So hello and welcome to week number 13 of our mindfulness or mindful practice conversations that we do at the start of each week. This week, our theme is dealing with difficult moments, dealing with difficult moments, and difficult moments come and go all the time in our moment to moment decision making and moment to moment acting. So we're always dealing with some difficulty. They come in different textures. They come with different depths of difficulty, impacting us, affecting us in a whole variety of different ways. So here's a quote for this week, which I think is a really powerful quote for our conversation this week, dealing with difficult moments. And it's by a psychologist by the name of Viktor Frankl. Viktor Frankl. Here's a quote. Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. I really love that quote because what it's simply saying is that in between um, every situation we face, um, in between stimulus, something happening on the one hand, yes, and response, what we choose to do, yes, in between that stimulus and response, there is a space. Yeah, there's a space. That space allows us to not be reactive. Now, being reactive is what we will normally do. It's the almost like the choiceless choice that we make. And by that, I simply mean because we've done something so often, sometimes we do things and we're not even aware that we've done them until after you've done them. You find yourself in that situation. So this quote means that there is now an opportunity for more responsiveness and less reactivity. Stimulus, that which happens, is what stimulus is. Response, that which we choose to do. Every action, whether we are aware of it or not, is a choice. We all make a choice. We actually make a choice before we make that choice, yes? So stimulus, response. The more that we choose to act in a responsive way, right, the more the gap, the space opens. And the more the space opens, the more we have greater freedom to become less reactive and to become more responsive. In between stimulus and space and um, in between stimulus and response, there is a space in between here. We all have reasons to react, but there are even more reasons to become more responsive. And there's always the opportunity to change a pattern of behavior, a reactive pattern of behavior. There's always an opportunity to change that, to become more responsive, and therefore to find our best selves. And so closing my eyes for a moment, because what we're going to move now into is meditation. This will be a 10-minute meditation. So I ask you now, just begin to get yourselves into a comfortable position. If your eyes are open, you can close yours like I've closed mine, or you can have them just gently lowered. Actually, even when you close your eyes, you can see almost like a there's almost like a sense of brightness, vague brightness. You can look through those too with your eyes closed. And if you're sitting on a chair, sit as comfortably as you can with your feet on the floor, bringing to yourself a sense of stability and groundedness. Perhaps you're lying down. And if you're lying on the floor or on the bed, occupy the position that you've naturally taken. No need to change anything, just get comfortable. Notice the points of pressure, the points of touch where your body is touching the floor, the ground, the bed, the pillow. Bring a sense of ease, allowing yourself to rest now into that space that has been created. And as we sit here together in this space that we've created, just allowing ourselves now to really arrive here. Giving ourselves permission to be here. Welcoming ourselves here into this short practice. And now taking a breath. You've already been breathing, so really bringing attention to what has been happening. And in this case, the cycle of breathing has been happening beyond your awareness. Now bring that into your awareness by noticing it. Noticing the breathing as it happens. Noticing the ease of the breathing as it happens, even without trying. Taking a breath in and a breath out. Noticing the breath in again through the nose and then out through the mouth. Just paying attention to that cycle of breathing happening in the body. And as you notice your breathing happening in the body, you begin to notice, for example, some sensations around your body with each breath. It could be a sensation of warmth around the arms, or perhaps a coldness, perhaps around the jawline, around the head, around your back and your thighs. Just a gentle kind of wave of sensations. Whatever it is that you feel those, notice those. And as you do so, feel yourself getting even calmer, welcoming yourself deeper into this meditation, into this practice. Between stimulus and response, there's a space. Create this space now in this practice. Do you notice, for example, the need for an itch somewhere, wherever it is on your body? Notice that, but don't give into it just yet. Just notice it. Might be a gentle need to scratch your ear, your eyelids. Notice the sensation, the need to itch, and then delay the response to that. Do you notice a sense actually of not wanting to be here? That feeling of, why am I here? Notice that feeling and delay your response to it. And as you do that, notice the space that arises in between that delay of your responding. What thoughts are traveling across the screen of your mind during this meditation? What thoughts? Don't jump into the thoughts. Delay jumping into the thoughts. Stand back in your mind's eye in this practice and almost watch them and choose not to engage. Notice the space. There is space all around you and within you. Even a space between the inhale and the exhale. Notice the pause between the end of the inhale and just before the exhale kicks in, there's a pause. There is, in fact, a space. Even as we sit here in practice, eyes closed, sitting comfortably, sitting still, even here we are creating a space where we don't engage in our thinking, we don't engage in judging. We sit as still as possible, focusing, concentrating, creating space in practice, and pushing, as it were, all other things aside intentionally for this time, this 10 minutes. Notice the space. What does this space feel like? The space of non-reactivity. The space of non-doing. This space that we've created here of just being here. Notice that sense of freedom that arises perhaps of choice in its purest form that arises perhaps. Notice what arises for you sitting here. Now breathing into and from this space, breathing in and breathing out from this space. And making a commitment as we come towards the end of this practice to step into this space whenever we sense reactivity, whenever we sense frustration, desperation, pressure, perhaps even anger, stepping into this space. Making a commitment to do that this week. And taking a breath in from this space now. Letting this breathing pervade your whole body, from your head to your toe, pervading your whole emotions, pervading your mind, pervading your soul, pervading your spirit, everything that makes you who you are. And when you're ready, open up your eyes. And thank you for taking part in today's practice. I'm wishing you a very good week this week ahead. And ending now with the quote from Viktor Frankl: between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our responses. Have a good week ahead.